And not only do I feel fantastic, by the way, but the appetite has been going crazy. I honestly, so like, I had to draw, sorry for this again. We're coming to the end of the endless diarrhea anecdotes, okay? I promise. But I had to drop off some more stool samples yesterday. And right after I dropped them off, I know this would probably not be advisable for someone recovering from an intestinal infection. I went through the McDonald's drive-thru, 10-piece fries, large Coke Zero. I ate it all in, I'm going to say 4 minutes. And it hit a gut that was so empty that I forgot that I ate it within like 30 minutes. Hold on. Where will NL finish? Lose before finals, lose in finals, win. There you go. How much stool have you provided to the laboratory over the past couple weeks? 5 samples. I didn't want to say 5 cups, because it's not 5 cups. But it is 5 samples. It's not 5 gallons. This coffee tastes like shit. Austin, don't drink the coffee, man. It's got salmonella and campylobacter in it. Well, it is rather not. Austin, you're going to die. I can make it. I've never been less scared of anything. Look at, are you seeing this? I'm a changed man. That was on purpose. I wouldn't expect you to understand. Go ahead, hit me, see if I give a shit. Hank, don't eat the chocolate in the fridge. It's actually my stool sample. So me and my doctor, we were trying to figure out what gave me the combination Salmonella Campylobacter. I'm at the combination Salmonella Campylobacter infection site. And I was being, I'm a logical guy. I'm actually maybe logical to a fault to some extent. Which I don't actually think is a virtue. I think if anything, it's annoying. But I was like, I bet when I was making some food, I probably ate something that I shouldn't have eaten. And she was like, well, you don't eat raw chicken, do you? And I was like, no, but maybe I cut some raw meat and then I didn't wash my hands perfectly. And then I was like, ooh, raw green peppers slice, and then ate it. And then who knows, right? And she was really trying to get me to be like, well, did you eat at any restaurants that you think could have given it to you? And I was like, no, I really think that it was probably me. If it was foodborne in the first place, I think it was probably my fault. What a cursed starting position. Holy cow. Pardon me. Don't bump me. Getting bumped in the air is the worst thing in this game, man. If I'm just a damn atom getting locomoted around by brownie in motion. Okay, we're good? We're better than good. I shouldn't have dove, but that's okay. You bounced me in the air. It's that simple, you know? I thought we were friends, and then you bounced me in the air. You mistreat me like this. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's lap 2. I thought we did fantastic for lap 1. Wasn't perfect, obviously, but perfect is the enemy of good. An acceptable lap 1, to be certain. We don't need to grab each other here. We're all in this together. I don't expect you to necessarily know about so-called Nash equilibriums and stuff like that, but there's really no reason that we would consider each other to be enemies. I'm not making it. I'm making it! At least I got a little speed bonus. Oh my god. Guys, we have to make it through the hoop, okay? I skipped the speed boost for no reason, and then I'm going low. Oh my god, if I didn't skip that last speed bonus, we would have been completely fine. Alright, lose before finals. Dude, we were doing so well before that, though. I'm treating this as a positive thing. Nobody's gonna break my stride. Nobody's gonna slow me down. I'd like to escape the game, please. That was positive, man. I mean, like, this is Fall Guys just to begin with, but, like, I was actually vibing. I was doing great. Then I went to jump over the skipping rope, and, like, 10 people just bumped into me and knocked me over in the air. It's society again. It's me not being able to get... It's me having to go to the ER and basically put on a clinic of method acting and be like, oh, I really need to see a doctor immediately. I think that I'm dying. I refuse to leave until I see a doctor because if I don't do that, they won't actually see me because they've got like 100 people in front of me that have a cough and are like, I'm gonna die if I don't see a doctor in 2 minutes. I drew you killing Little Caesar. Now I find out he was never real. That must be hard for you. I saw the picture. It was a great picture. I had nothing against the picture. Does Canada have a public healthcare system? We do, and I like it. I'm just now, I mean, honestly, if anything, they've illuminated for me that the way to actually get the treatment you want is basically to, I mean, without being rude, I thought we lived in a society where I could get prompt medical treatment by simply objectively telling the truth about my symptoms and being like, you know, hey, I've been really struggling for like 3 weeks. And I would like some help. But apparently what that means is people are like, oh, he's had it for 3 weeks, then like, whatever, you could probably weather the storm for like another week or something like that. What you actually have to do, based on this experience, is, you know, you have to be your own advocate. Like, if you think that you're in trouble, you can't just be like, hey, I think that I'm in trouble. You have to go to the doctor and be like, I am actively concerned that I'm going to pass away. You gotta be the squeaky wheel. It's a good way to describe it. Seesaw, 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 seesaw. Seesaw? Oh, no, no, no. I mean, again, I'm not ragging on the doctors and the nurses. Like, obviously, the system is fucked, especially with COVID, and they're, like, really busy. From the way that my family doctor described it, it was like, basically, I didn't even realize it, but I was in, like, an episode of House. Wait, just wait, just wait. Why would I go? Why would I go? Why would I go? Hello? Sorry, Fall Guys causes my computer to lock up for some reason, which is very humorous for me. I can't make it. I can't make it. I'm gonna lose. I'm embarrassed. I'm gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. There's too many people in front of me. Yeah, okay. That was horrible. I went to the hospital and I had 2 broken feet. The guy who got triaged in front of me had an upset stomach. I know how this sounds, okay? So this is gonna sound like I'm actually like the biggest asshole of all time. But let me advocate for the upset stomachs. I mean, if you got 2 broken feet, that's just it, right? Like, it's not like it's gonna progress from 2 broken feet into like, oh, now you're having a heart attack, right? Like, they know what they're gonna... Yeah, I agree they should give you some, like, pain meds as soon as possible. But at the same time, you know, some dude who feels like his stomach hurts so bad that he has to go to the ER, then you're like, you know, maybe you gotta take a look at that. You gotta... It doesn't matter. By the way, the guy with the upset stomach, he probably wasn't like, yes, I got in early. Because instead of treating him for bacterial infections, they're gonna be like, nah, man, it could only be an inflammatory bowel disease like Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. So even though he has diarrhea 10 times a day, let's make him sit in the waiting room of radiology for 3 hours while we try to squeeze in a CT scan real quick. And for the love of God, I, as the managing director of this hospital, I forbid you from giving him antibiotics. We wouldn't want to contribute to the rise of antibiotic resistance. Okay? Only if he produces a ticket stub that says he's traveling to the jungle somewhere do I give you permission to give him some antibiotics, okay? What's the diagnosis? Oh, sorry, casino. Because, wait, no, we did casino. We did casino. The diagnosis is simultaneous Campylobacter and Salmonella infections. Have you seen this? It's bozo dubbed over my stomach. My doctor said it's the coolest infection she's ever seen. She said it's the first one in Canada. I don't want to brag, but this might be the first simultaneous Campylobacter and Salmonella infection in British Columbian history. You out here licking turtles? Why? 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 What's wrong with you? Okay, that was just lag. We got plenty of time. Just, like, literally chill out. Okay. What would you say if they wanted to publish your results in a medical journal? I literally could not care less. I could not summon less care. Yeah, I publish my own results on Twitch. I do have to say I am not a doctor, though. Anyway, like, I feel a lot better. That's for sure. Like, a lot better. And it definitely, I mean, when she said salmonella, I had like a deep sigh. Like, okay, when I tell people that I have salmonella, they will be like, that's bad. You have my sympathy. But then when she said, and Campylobacter, at first I thought she said, you had Salmonella Campylobacter. Like, that was one bacterial Latin name. And I was like, oh, Salmonella. And then she was like, no, Salmonella and Campylobacter. And I was like, this is going to get me a lot of sympathy. Let's go. I can't wait. I'm picking my daughter up from daycare this afternoon. Hey, how you guys doing? Pretty good. How about you? Pretty shit, actually. I had a simultaneous salmonella. Remember 3 weeks ago how I told you I had food poisoning? Yeah, it turns out I actually had a severe simultaneous salmonella and Campylobacter infection in my gut at the same time. I was in the hospital on Tuesday, got a CT scan, a couple of stool samples, and a blood test run. Yeah, they say it doesn't really happen in Canada very often. I might be like the first one. Those other daycare parents, they're not gonna know what hit them, man. I was up late with my kid last night. Oh, really? That sounds rough. Ooh. I was busy, man-moding two of the most infectious bacteria on the damn planet because doctors have a mandate not to trust 33-year-old men in the hospital. Unless they accidentally, like, you know, power drilled through their forehead or something like that, doing home improvement 8 Labatt Blues deep on a Sunday. Holy cow, that was a good run. Don't worry, they don't trust women either. Look, it doesn't have to be like that. But we've had to take my wife to the ER a few times. They wheel her in on a stretcher. They find her like a room as soon as possible. She still has to wait a long time. But then like, and I understand why they do it, but they like 4 doctors come in and they go, sir, could you please step outside? And then they ask her questions about like, you know, does he hit you? I'm sure is what comes up in the interview. You know, for me, I didn't get any of that shit. They just put me in a chair. Didn't even have me put on like a hospital gown. They just put me in a chair and then they go, all right, buddy, sit tight. And then I'm just sitting there waiting until basically until they've made me sit there long enough that they can be like, well, we don't know what's wrong with you, so we're just gonna like send you home. Hey, just stand on the greenies, man. Wow. That one hurt me. That hurt me. I'm not used to handling 2 balls, as you might expect. I should be dead. I'm alive. You grabbed me, you motherfucker! You died yourself, you idiot! Just pure, like, goblin mode hours. How low does your self-esteem have to be to think that, like, it's worth trading your life for someone else's? That's madness. If I could grab someone in Fall Guys and ensure that they would go out, I would need, like, an 8-to-1 ratio. In order to be like, I'm going to die, and it's also, but I'm going to take some people with me. In Fall Guys, it would need to be like 8-to-1. It would not be 1-to-1. 1-to-1 makes you a loser. Makes you a damn Randall. Is that his name from Recess? You immediately knew who I was talking about if the name was right. Yes, Randall. Hold on. No, there you go. There's a casino. We're making it to the finals this time. It doesn't go 3,000. Randall from This Is Us. Everybody point and laugh in chat. We have somebody who watches network television. Here's my impression of you. Honey, hurry up. It's 8 p.m. The show's about to start. Classic. You watch Survivor? Yeah, I mean, it's also an impression of me. I make fun of shit all the time that I also should be made fun of for. It's great. I'm going around. That was actually perfect. And now you take it one step at a time, okay? That was beautiful. Just one step at a time. You're just following the sat nav. I've never taken this path before. Okay, I guess just push me off just because, like, you never learned how to play nicely with other people and you blame society when actually maybe you're just unpleasant to be around. I guess that's something you could do. Can you... That was a fan? Okay, never mind. I take that all back. Yeah, just like that hot dog. That was probably a fan too, right? Anyway, we made it. Top 40%. You can do it. Just kidding. There's a lot of society talk today. Yeah. Well, again, I didn't realize that I thought when you go to the hospital, it's like a 1v1. It's like you versus the doctor. What I realize now is that when you go to the hospital, it's actually like playing in like Twitch Rivals. Like there's like 59 other unseen competitors in the hospital that you have to outcompete in order to get some medical attention. Like, you're not just playing with the other people they've put in, like, the Discord VoIP with you. Like, you're playing against people that they're queued into a completely different lobby, but they're able to get 27 kills a game. Correct, they have limited resources. They should just, and by they, I mean, like, the government, they should just, like, give them more resources. That's my take on this subject. Again, I've tried to be very strict and very clear about the fact that any complaints that I have are predominantly about the system versus about the actual individuals involved, because like I imagine it's been like a fucking nightmare to be involved in the healthcare industry in any capacity for like, I mean, it probably was always pretty frustrating, but like is especially frustrating since COVID. It's okay, hold on, coming around. I'll just come around real quick. This is my course, man. Oh, okay. Okay, just jump up. Oh, never mind. It's low grab. It's high grab. It's high grab. I thought they jumped on my head. Okay. Here's my take, though. After everything I've been through, I think there should be a... That did not hit me, just for the record. There should be a hospital that's, like, just for me. Maybe that's a little extreme. But what about like a hospital that had all the resources of a normal hospital, but then like it was just waiting there for me when I needed the help? It's alright, I'll take a second trip around the sun here. Okay, make $100 million a year and live in the United States. Okay, well that's... Come on, I was trying to talk about some stuff that could actually be helpful here, and then you go and say something ignorant like that. How the hell am I supposed to do that? That's ridiculous. I just wanted my own personal hospital. Now you're telling me something insane. I mean, like, do you ever see the movie Persepolis, where Robert Pattinson lives inside of his limousine all day, and every day he has a doctor come in and take his vitals and you know, monitor them and stuff like that, just so he can easily spot any oncoming illness a long way away? Why can't I just have that? Sorry, that's not Persepolis, that's Cosmopolis. My mistake. My mistake. It's not a great movie either way, just for the record. Good movie. Look, I'm not trying to hate on David Cronenberg, but it's like I'm not a big believer in Cosmopolis. Cosmopolis a little boring for sure. You could just take, there you go. You could just take your blood pressure at Walmart every day. This is also, again, as long as we're... Is that an Elden Ring skin? Look at that. That's Radagon, the Red Prince, in front of me. I know I'm ragging on, like, this too much right now. Okay, I'm alive. I'm not mad anymore. I'm alive. I've been saved by a simple twist of fate. I told Chad I had 2 poo-poo bacteria, yeah.
What was the other one? Did you look it up?
Yeah, they have exactly the same symptoms. Well, there's Salmonella and there's Campylobacter. Well, this is a nightmare. Both of which produce exactly the same symptoms.
Oh, how do you get the Campylobacter?
Why, you eat something with Campylobacter.
Yeah, but is it like the raw chicken?
I honestly don't know. Apparently, Chad says both are from poultry. See how Radagon tried to kill me there? Yeah, maybe some chicken. I've explained to them that my doctor made it clear to me these kind of infections don't occur in the first world.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what happened with that one. But I would definitely say I'm built different. It was so fulfilling to hear our doctor say, like, you must have felt like complete garbage.
Right? She says that she'd be like, oh, it's like, you must be feeling so bad.
And she was like, I was mad at her that I didn't get seen promptly. And she was like mad at me that I didn't get seen promptly. Like, she was like, Ryan, next time this happens, like, don't talk to front desk. Just call in and say, you know, this is my name and I have an emergency. I need to talk to your doctor's name.
Yeah, that's what I told you to do it. And then
Yeah, but I'm like...
you went around, you were like, oh, they say just make an appointment through the website.
I'm like, here's the thing.
You're like such a nerd.
I'm society's last good boy. Who is like, follows the rules. Everybody else is like, they would tell a lie in a heartbeat to advance their own personal situation, and I'm like, oh, I'm at the hospital because I'm sick. Everybody else is like, I'm at the hospital, I need to see a doctor right now! And
it's like, you need some of that because you were feeling really bad, but instead you were like, oh, it's okay, I'm not like on the verge of death, so I'll just wait here and sit down on the bed. Thank you very much.
I guess it's true what they say. Nice guys do finish last.
Yeah, death.
I'm not.
To the death.
I'm out here I'm gonna have like a funeral or something like that. Some bad boy who had a little bit of a sore throat is gonna live until he's like 95 years old because every time he goes to the hospital, he's like, I'm dying. They're like, you're not dying.
No, they get a little.
Here's some Tamiflu. Okay, get the fuck out of here. You're so annoying to be around. Here's some Tamiflu. Get out of here. I got a dude with simultaneous salmonella and campylobacter infections to ignore. We're gonna give him his 18th colonoscopy to just verify really for real this time that he doesn't have ulcerative colitis.
At least you're not gonna get camera poked into your butt.
I still might. Apparently.
You wanna get camera poked in your butt?
I don't really want to get a colonoscopy, but apparently due to the severity of the infection, they may want to do some follow-ups just to verify that there was no underlying conditions that contributed to this. Which is, you know, that seems very reasonable to me.
Not bad.
I accept it either way.
It's only bad when they want to sample you. And, they tear
When they do a
inside.
biopsy.
Yeah. They tear like the inside of your intestine.
I'm
They go, yoink.
I'm here to tell you, quite frankly, that after what I've lived through, I know that sounds dramatic, but it's sincere. If they had been like, hey, we want to give you a colonoscopy, is that okay? I would be like, why are we still sitting here? Give me the barium or whatever. I'll send everything out into the toilet and let's get that camera up there. Like, I would do whatever they... You know, I mean, you just look at my arms. You know how many times I've been...
Oh my god, you look like a drug addict.
I know, I got so many holes in my...
Did you show him the bruise? This is horrible.
I don't know how well you can see it.
You're not showing it.
It's hard to get it to show up for the camera, but like from where I got like all my IVs and stuff like that, I got a nasty bruise.
Like
I got like 4 holes in each arm from like where they've taken blood.
Oh my god.
And that shit didn't even like matter. Like that hurt for like a second. It was the symptoms that were the worst. The symptoms were by far the worst.
I always told them, stop taking the food while I'm cooking. And he's like, yoink, yoink. Taking the green onions, yoink. And then yoink got you.
The yoink did get me. I don't have an ego about it. I'm not like, oh, you know, I'm sure that it was like the cat poop. I'm like, there's a pretty good chance it was probably my half-assed cleanliness standards during food preparation.
It's definitely not a cat poop anymore. Ruka and Tomo is innocent. They're like, dude, we innocent now. It was the yoink.
This is I'm a rational enough adult to be like this has changed my life a little bit. Like I'm gonna change my behavior in response to this.
That's good. That's good. Stop yoinking the green onions.
I'm gonna stop yoinking the green onions. I'm thoroughly washing my hands. I'm not just like giving it like a 6 out of 10 hand wash. Every single one is like I'm about to go into like surgery as the surgeon.
I was about to get you like a smartwatch because my Apple Watch counts you down for like washing hands, and then it helped me.
Oh, I understand.
I was like, maybe I should get you that.
And then maybe, like, does the smartwatch come with some capability where, like, if I went to the hospital, I could just show them my Apple Watch and be like, look, 3 red squares.
No, but it does calculate your heartbeat. And so if when your heartbeat is like really, really high for more than 10 minutes, the watch give you a warning and be like, yo, what are you doing?
Yeah, I was just about to say, just before you came in, that I've been ragging on the medical system a lot, but another thing that that annoys the crap out of me is when they give you tests and then they don't tell you the results. Like when I went to the ER on Saturday, I didn't even know. They took my heart rate, and then like an hour later, a nurse came in and was like, "Hey, why is your heart rate so high?" I was like, I thought I was relaxed, man. And then they're like, "We're gonna give you some fluids to get your heart rate down." And I'm like, I didn't even know that there was anything wrong with my heart. And then some lady came in with an EKG, which was also painful because I had to rip the damn sensors off of my belly hair when it was done. But
well, it's only painful because Ryan is very hairy.
So she gave me an EKG, and I'm like, what the hell? I came in here because my stomach hurts. Now they're giving me an EKG. And then I realized when I got discharged, they never followed up about the EKG. So I was like, well, I sure hope like my heart's okay, because you did like a fairly serious test on it, and then never came in and said, hey, just so you know, by the way, your EKG was totally fine.
Yeah, that's the health.
Instead, I'm gonna end up getting a follow-up call from our family doctor that's like, hey, your cardiologist called about the EKG, right? And I'm gonna be like, no. And they're gonna be like, oh, you fucking look like an Etch-a-Sketch. You're gonna die. They didn't follow up? Are you sure? That doesn't sound right.
Remember, I had that too, but then they're like, oh, it's all good.
It's crazy, man.
If they don't talk about it, then it's good.
That's positive,
that's
yeah.
the rule of the thumb.
Or they forgot about you. But that only happens like 30% of the time, so.
It does feel bad because when I'm sick and I go to ER, they're like, put her on the wheelchair,
People,
put her on the bed.
I was telling people that, they didn't believe me. Instead, they said like, bad take, like, why are you sexist? And I was like, no, my wife gets like the white glove treatment when she goes to the hospital.
It's true.
There's
It's
probably a statistically valid reason that maybe men are a little bit like not treated as well when they go to the hospital, because we probably tend to have less health complications at our age. We're also not like going to be pregnant, like, so that's not a concern that we have to worry about as well.
because you're white and male and bald. That's the thing.
I think they see me and they're like, this guy's gonna keep paying his taxes. He's not good. Look at him. He loves being a cog in the damn machine. He's not gonna kick up a stink.
I think if you weren't bald, they might have put you on a wheelchair. But then because you're bald, they're like, this guy, he can just, walk.
You know what the problem is? I kept up my standards of personal grooming. If I had let the skullet grow in, and I was like, hey, I'm not feeling so well, and they'd be like, okay, sir, what was it like to be born in the 50s? And I'd be like, I'm 33. They'd be like, oh my God, get this guy to a room immediately.
Yeah, you gotta grow out some beard.
Holy cow.
Just grow out some hair, then you would have gotten like private.
I thought you were like Gene Hackman's brother. You're a millennial? You were born in the late 1980s? I'm okay. I'm dead.
When Ryan was like, I might be admitted to a hospital, I was like, oh my gosh, are you in the wheelchair or are you in bed? And then he's like, no, I'm just sitting on the chair. And I'm like, what?
I swear to you that I'm not joking. When I had my appointment with the internist and she was like, we're going to admit you to the hospital, she was like, okay, so first go to the lab and like do this test, then go to radiology and do this test, and then I'll find you. And I said, you don't want me to like come back here and go be in the waiting room? And she was like, no, just go wherever you want and I'll find you. Doesn't seem like a perfect system to me. I do have to admit, she did find me. But I also...
She's just really good at Where's Waldo.
I do sort of wonder, like, why she wouldn't just have me come back into the waiting room and be like, that, it's easy enough to find you.
It worked.
It's just, I don't know. Thank you.
Tissue right there.
I'm not gonna wipe my nose with a McDonald's napkin. I've been through enough. I'm using Kleenex. From now, as my promise to myself, I'm only using double ply, aloe infused Kleenex from now on. I'm treating myself different.
And you're only gonna eat the potato and rice.
I'm gonna be on the brat diet from now on.
Bread.
I do.
Potato,
This is not a. I'm taking this as like, because
rice.
as you know, my gastrointestinal system was not perfect to begin with. I produced more gas than the average person, and it smelled a lot worse than the average person's gas. Would you say that this is true or false?
You're asking me a question?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's definitely true. Okay, so the downside of taking an antibiotic is that it's also going to kill off the good bacteria in my gut. But I'm sort of treating this as like an opportunity to rebuild my gut biome. So once this course of antibiotics is done, I got to start eating some yogurt. I got to start eating a lot of fermented foods. I got to start taking some probiotics. And as a result of that, I'm hoping maybe this could be the start of a recolonized, healthy gut.
That's good.
I'm treating it as an opportunity for a positive reset. That one hurt. That one hurt me.
Dude, the Cuphead character is very cute.
Are you gonna play the Cuphead DLC, Kate?
Not alone.
Oh, did we do the co-op when we played
Yeah.
Cuphead? Yeah, that sounds right.
You played it solo and then you paired me.
I don't know. I've been through a lot. I had a simultaneous Salmonella Campylobacter infection.
And because of that, you are kicked out of our kitchen. Now I'm the head chef.
Now my wife's the head chef.
Cannot trust this guy.
I'm kind of pissed off. Like, I did a lot of cooking this year. I thought I was getting like pretty good at it. My wife's cooked like 3 meals this week. Every single one of them has been better than anything I cooked this year. And I'm like, how is that fair? Like, every meal she cooks, I'm like, this is incredible. And I was batting like 66% at best. Some of the meals were merely tolerable. Some of them were a little better, but like, it's a skill issue, man. Oh, come on.
And no sound.
And no salmonella. I'm back, baby. I want him out. This guy, he always causes trouble in my office. What are you doing, dude? Come on. Oh my god. It's never ending, man. Oh, okay. Oh my god, he just jumped off the edge. He can't make it. He's only got 24 seconds. He's got no chance, man. He's got to get through like like 4 different sections. Fatal Jay-Z. What a name. Holy cow. Oh. Oh man. It was like dragged to hell. It was like his big toe touched the platform and then like a hand just was like, ah! I don't think so. Man, I am feeling good. Holy cow. I forgot how good this feels. Clutch Sam Raimi reference. I love Sam Raimi. Even his most divisive films, including Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. He makes my heart sing. So true. Have you seen Darkman? Liam Neeson's Darkman? Of course I've seen Darkman. When he crushes that dude's hands at the fair, classic Sam Raimi movie moment. There's enough space for everybody to sneak through. There's no need for us to get in each other's way so much. How good is Whiplash, though? Are we doing this? Are we doing the r/movies top 250? I mean, Whiplash is an incredible movie. That movie speaks to me. It's a wonderful film. And I will also tell you, you already know this if you've been watching for a while, but the La La Land enjoyer has logged on. This is not good. This is not a good situation for us right now. In fact, I would say I'm more than a La La Land enjoyer. I'm a La La Land acolyte, maybe is the word that we could use. This is not good at all. I'm in a world of hurt. The third act of La La Land is just is devastating. I've never seen this before, dude! Please tell me that stopped a lot of people. Oh my god, I'm hitting every obstacle. You gotta pass some people to make it? No, that's huge. I didn't even know you could do that. You could bounce. No, I wasn't even close. Oh, man. There was some great stuff in that second lap, but I was not even close. Holy cow. Lose before finals. It's like when you got a dump, but you hit every red light. Oh, man. I'm so excited to be able to complain about other stuff, like people just driving again. Oh, man. I took an Uber home from the hospital on Tuesday. My Uber driver wasn't signaling. I was like, come on, man. Why, you got people in traffic getting mad at me. I'm just along for the damn ride. You know the shit that I've been through? Casino? Casino? You know what? Good point. Casino? Little casino. 4 stars him? I would never do that. Again, there's only 2 valid ratings in the gig economy. A 5-star review and an abstain from rating. If you give any other review... I want to be clear. If you get like a shit order from a restaurant, they like really fuck you up or like disrespect you or something like that, sure, you can give the restaurant a 1. But if you give like your DoorDash driver a 1... or like your Uber driver a 1 and they didn't actually threaten your physical safety, you gotta realize that actions have consequences. I mean, like if they almost get in an accident where you would have died, that's an acceptable 1. Or if they start ranting at you about like conspiracy theories or something like that, sure, give them a 1. But if it's just like, that wasn't the best drive I've ever had, I have some modest concerns, and you give them a 4, you need to have your app permissions taken away. I mean, we really do live in a world of like some rating inflation, right? Like, I'm guilty of it too. If I see a restaurant and the restaurant's reviews on Google are like 4.1, I'm like, why would I ever eat here? 82%? Are you kidding me? Ooh, that was scary. Like, what would you say if you were planning to go out to a restaurant? What's the minimum? What's the highest score where you would be like, no, let's look for something else? If I want something and it's a 4.5 or above, I'm not looking anywhere else. But honestly, if I was like, oh, there's a new place that just opened, and then I went to the reviews and it was 4.2, I'd be like, nah, honestly, I don't think I'm a 4.2 guy. I think I'm a 4.3 and up. Dude, when you get into a lot of people are saying 3s, 3.1. That's, when you get into the 3s, you're getting into like downtown city center, Tim Hortons, like Burger King sort of reviews. Like, I think you got to treat yourself better than that. Like, the Canada Revenue Agency in Surrey Because this is where I send my checks to. I gotta Google it for the address all the time. The Canada Revenue Agency, our version of the IRS, has a 2.5. So just think about that you might be like, you know what? I think a 3 restaurant is good enough. Come on, you gotta at least push for them to maybe like a 3.9 or above, but a 3.1 or something like that, absolutely not. I do find though that what's funny is that the people who review like fancy restaurants are like very tolerant of variations in food standards. They'll be like, well, the polenta wasn't that good today, but usually it's great. I give it a 4-star performance. I have no depth perception, by the way. It must be the Campylobacter. The people who review fast food restaurants have insane standards of quality. They'll be like, every time I come here, I tell them 2 barbecue, and I always get 1 barbecue, 1 sweet and sour. 1 star! Other people will be like, you know, the foie gras has seen better days. 3 stars. McDonald's, they're like, they wouldn't give me the bathroom code. Actually, that's kind of a serious thing. That would be, I think being forced to shit your pants in the McDonald's probably is justifiably a 1-star review. That was a bad example. Or they'll have the reviews that are like, the cashier at the front of McDonald's hates men. She hates old men. Every day I come in here, she never smiles at me. I keep coming back every day because I'm a fucking idiot. 1 star. They got like such high standards, man. They got Hawksworth standards at a McDonald's location. I've never used the bathroom code. Honestly, I know, like, I feel like I'm playing Deus Ex. Like, I know all the bathroom codes in my neighborhood. You know how gangster it feels to just walk into, like, the grocery store, not have to ask the cashier for the code, and just go straight to the bathroom? I feel like JC Denton for real. It's like I don't need to ask the cashier for a code. I already read it in a memo on the assistant manager's desk when I climbed in through the damn vents. I don't like being on this side. This side is all random, but at least we have access. At least we have access. That's true. You know what? Get me out of here. I think this is a good time to go. Take me to the cylinders. No, take me to this unfettered paradise. I'm ass, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. You can afford to be ass in this game for a little bit. Again, because it self-selects the good players. I just saw him pop over there. Sadly, a lot of other people had the same idea, apparently. That's alright. That's alright. We got a few. We fought for it. We're the squeaky wheel. That's fine. 10 to 15 is not so bad. Okay, we got to get out of here. Where are we going? We're going over here. Okay, you got that one, huh? It's alright, I got this one. No, I don't. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? The cylinders? No? Anybody else? I'm doing the mouth thing. Never mind, I'm not doing the mouth thing. I'm doing the mouth thing, but I'm doing it right. 14. Just one more. Ooh. Alright, it was a little scary. Sheesh. Anyway, yeah, bathroom codes. I don't have to hide my bathroom code, unlike you. I don't like bathroom, like, don't get me wrong. I understand the philosophy behind bathroom codes, but I don't think they actually stop people from abusing a bathroom. I think instead, they just punish people who have social anxiety or, like, a fetish for politeness. Like, I think if you're gonna go into the bathroom and kind of, like, fuck it up, like, pass out, you're gonna have the self-confidence to walk over to the cashier and be like, what's the bathroom code? And like, what's the cashier gonna do? They're not at the pay grade where they're like the bouncer for the bathroom. They're gonna look at you and be like, no, we don't give you the dignity of being allowed to take a shit in our grocery store. They're just gonna tell you the code. But instead, it's honestly, and I say this without any pride, it's people like me that are like, oh, the bathroom has a code. That's all right, I'll just pee my pants instead. Okay, that's fine. We regain ball control. Regain ball control. Regain ball control. Look at that. That's a perfect shot. You can't return it. It's non-returnable. It's one of the most insane blocks I've ever seen. No, dude, we tucked it in the back. This guy's good, though. The fact that he recovered from that one is kind of crazy to me. That was literally the most insane volley fall shot I've ever seen. It passed a centimeter over the net. He basically spiked it. How do we spike? There you go. That's how you spike it. Try not hitting it directly at him next time. This person's going to beat me. I feel completely confident in telling you that. And that's fine. We got beaten by a superior gamer. What a shot. If we could do it, that might have done it. What if we eat glass? Oh, I thought maybe. It was our only hope. Eating glass was our only hope. I gotta give him a big well played on that one. Like, that was extremely good. There's no shame in losing to a superior gamer like that. Lose before finals. Dude, the Fall Guys, it's got to be the only game on the planet where it went free to play and the level of competition went like way up. I've never seen this phenomenon before. Was that Misty May Trainer? Yeah, or the other one. Misty May Trainer and Carrie Walsh. That's it, Carrie Walsh. Favorite way to cook a hot dog? I mean grilling, right? Grilling's got to be the best. You cook a hot dog, you eat a hot dog. It's the best for both of them. Don't talk to me about raw hot dogs, okay? I don't know. There's a lot of foods that I'm kind of like worried about. Like, am I gonna be able to eat them again? Can I eat like blue cheeses after my gut is recovering from a simultaneous Salmonella Campylobacter infection? Can I eat charcuteries? I've never been a big pate guy. So that's not a major loss for me, but like, help. Would you give up sushi? I like sushi well enough, but if a doctor ever said to me, like, you have to give up sushi in order to stay alive, I would be like, all right, thank you, doctor. Can I go home now? Like, it wouldn't even, I guess my mouse broke. It would not even have an impact on my quality of life. It would just make it slightly harder to DoorDash now and then. Oh, thank you. Would you give up caffeine to stay alive? I would. It would be annoying. Oh. Would you give up water? Would you take a shit for $1 trillion? I guess I probably wouldn't give up water to stay alive. I would continue to drink water, and then I would like let the whatever the water was gonna kill me from, I would let that kill me instead. rather than die due to dehydration, which I already experienced the symptoms of coming close to a few times over the course of the summer so far. I can tell you, by the way, I'm starting to feel so much more normal, and there's just like little things. Like last week, I didn't want to drink water. I don't know, like the bacteria was like in the midst of like rewiring my taste buds to consume stuff that would make it grow better. So it was like, don't drink water. Drink apple juice and like Gatorade. Just drink Gatorade and apple juice over and over. And I was like, water, I drink it, it tastes like a cup full of pennies. Apple juice, I was like, today, I got a big glass of water and I'm feeling fantastic. Just little stuff like that. I honestly think the bacteria kind of like, it started to get into my brain a little bit. Like I was being yeerked from the Animorphs. Like they were starting to terraform my damn system. You drank my penny water? Oh no, that was my stool sample. Track attack. I think it's probably why I craved pizza so much too. Like I don't have that pizza craving anymore, but for like 2 weeks, it was like fucking every meal. I was like, pepperoni pizza. I would really love to eat some pepperoni pizza. Oh, a balanced meal consisting of lean protein, some grains, and fruits and vegetables? Not interested. How about some pepperoni pizza and a liter of apple juice? Can I get 6 slices of pepperoni pizza and a 2-liter container of Simply apple juice, please? You piece of shit. We all could have fit, man. There was no reason for that. Okay, that's all right. We made it back on the track, and I inhibited some people behind me. See, that's the thing. I realized. Okay, I guess I'll go fuck myself. Never mind. I was gonna say like we could all be functioning members of society. How naive of me to assume that. Everybody apparently. You know what bothers me about society, man? Hold on, we might stand a chance. There's like, society is like a, it's like a prisoner's dilemma. Which means there are constantly shifting strategies based on the efficacy and the incidence rate of other strategies. And the strategy that is dominant right now is the squeaky wheel gets the grease, and that shit is so idiotic. Like, the more people who believe the squeaky wheel gets the grease, the more people who act like a squeaky wheel, which makes it harder for non-squeaky wheels to get the grease that they need, which converts more people into being squeaky wheelers. That's not the way this society should work, man. The wheels that are the worst should get the attention, not the wheels that are the loudest. What's Maxwell's first equation? I don't know. Is it Ampere's law? In 11th grade physics, we had to do a presentation on Ampere's law. That is correct. Oh, actually, it's Maxwell-Gauss. Okay, sorry. It's close, though. I had to do a presentation on Ampere's law. I have no idea what it is, okay? But either way, I found a song online from a band that sang physics-related folk songs. And I just played that at the start of my presentation and then, like, popped the formula up on the screen. And I was like, well, as you can tell from the song, here's what Ampere's law is. I just remember it went like, Andre Ampere's magical, mystical, wonderful law of Maxwell's equations. It is the longest and strangest of all. And then it was not, in my opinion, like a well-crafted song. It was a little clumsy. It was like, he added to the left side arm, you not the pi derivative of phi sub b. And you're like, I can't follow this shit at all. It's kind of Bill Nye meets Lin-Manuel Miranda. It was above my pay grade in 11th grade for sure. I don't think an 11th grader should be tasked to understand Ampere's law. I still don't even really. I mean, this should be obvious, but having been out of the game for a while, I actually understand it a lot less than I did when I was in 11th grade, and was in some ways smarter than I am today. Less wise, but smarter. Yeah, book smarter. No, why would I jump? Well, I'm in last. That's a bad sign. Do you think you have Stan followers? I mean, I'm sure I've got some. But like, it's definitely a lower proportion than a lot of streamers. I can tell, because like, and I think he would be okay with me saying this. Apollo can tweet some shit. He can tweet like some just dumb shit, and it'll get like hundreds of likes, and then like half the replies are just dog noises, or like things like, "We love this so much for you. Wow, it's 2022 and we love to see our dog thriving." Like, no matter what I think he would say the same thing. Okay? I don't get a lot of that. I get a little of that when I tweet, but definitely not as much. Like, Apollo is kind of, it's like, I look at him as like he's at the Stan threshold. I don't think he cultivates it. I think it's just a natural consequence of Among Us giving you a lot of your popularity. I'm being completely sincere. He cultivates a younger audience that, maybe is a more enthusiastic fandom is one way to describe it.